Good morning, children. Today we'll start our new chapter, data handling. And according to first term, all the contents are there in this chapter of first term also. So we'll read chapter number 4, data handling. Data handling, here we will discuss about different data types. Data types means we had discussed earlier means different integers, float, and these are the different data types. And mutable what is, then operators, expressions we are using in while writing the program, that will all be discussed in this chapter. In any language there are some fundamentals you need to know before you can write even the most elementary program. This chapter introduces some such fundamentals: data types, variables, operators, and expressions in Python. Python provides a predefined set of data types for handling the data it uses. So in Python, all the data types are there in a predefined. Data can be stored in any of these data types. This chapter is going to discuss various types of data that you can store in Python. Of course, a program also needs a means to identify stored data. So this chapter will talk about a mutable and immutable variables in Python also. Okay, now let's discuss data types. What is data types? Data can be of many types. Data types means which type of data you are storing in a variable. That types, it is mentioned here, that character, integer, real, string, etc. These are all the data types. Means data types means these are the data. Anything enclosed in quotes represents string data in Python. So last chapter we had discussed how the string indicate double quote, triple quote, like this. Then numbers without fraction represents a integer data. Without fraction or decimal, that data is represent as integer. The numbers with fractions represents real data, and true and false represents a boolean data. Since the data to be dealt with are of many times, a programming language must provide ways and facilities to handle all types of data. Before you learn how you can process different types of data in Python, let us discuss various data types supported in Python. In this discussion of data types, you will be able to know about Python capabilities to handle a different specific type of data, such as memory space. It allocates to hold a certain type of data and range the value supported for data type, etc. Means it only holds the different types of data. So here built-in code data types are numbers. Under that, numbers, integer, float, complex is there. Then string, list, tuple, dictionary, these are the different data types. Then let's discuss uh, let's discuss the number first. As it is clear by the name, the number data types are used to store numeric values in Python. The number in Python have following code data type. So here the integer means integer sign is there first, and the booleans are there integer. Then floating points, numbers, and complex numbers. These are the different numbers in Python have code data types. Let's discuss about a integer. Integer are whole number such as 5, 39, 90, 19, 0, etc. They have no fractional parts. Integers are represented in Python by numeric values with no decimal point. Integers can be positive or negative. Means minus also it is known as the integer, and plus also if you're taking it is known also as an integer. Means both the sign it takes. Then if no sign is there, so it indicates a positive number. There are two types of integer in Python. Integer sign, it is normal integer representation of whole number. Integer in Python 3.x can be of any length. It is only limited by memory available. Okay, it's means it's any length, but it depends on the memory available on that time. Unlike other languages, Python 3.8 provides single data type, integer, to store any integer, whether big or small. It is signed representation, that is, the integer can be positive as well as negative. In both the type data numbers we are taking in this integer format. Then booleans, this represents the truth value, false and true. The boolean type is a subtype of plain integers, and boolean values, false and true, behave like the value as 0 and 1 respectively. To get the boolean equivalent of 0 or 1, you can type bool 0 or bool 1. Python will return false and true respectively. So only boolean type will return true and false. The condition is true, then it will display a true, then a false, then display a false, means 0 to 0 or 1 it indicates. Okay, then see the figure here. If we are giving a boolean 0, so 0 means false. If you are giving bool under the function that true 1, so it will return as true. Then if you are taking a string means str means string, if you are taking false, so it will display a false as it is, because string function converts a value to string only. Okay. Sorry. However, when you convert boolean values false and true to a string, the string false and true are written respectively. The string functions convert a value to a string. See the figure right side, it is given here. Here this figure. Okay. Now come to the floating point numbers. A number having fractional part is a floating point numbers. For example, 3.14159 means here decimal is there. So is a floating point number. The decimal point signals that it is a floating point number, not an integer. The number 12 is an integer, but 12.0 is a floating point because it is because here the decimal is there, so it is known as a indicates as a float point. So recall from letters and values we had discussed in last chapters, that fraction number cannot be written in can be written in two forms: fraction form and exponent notation. So fraction form means normal decimal notation it is given, and then exponent means what? The character value it is also given here. So floating point variable represents real number which are used in measurable quantities like distance, area, temperature, etc. is a typical for have a fractional part. So floating point number have two advantages. What first, they can represent value between the integers, and they can represent much greater range of values. Both the advantages are there in the floating point over integer. But floating point numbers suffer from one disadvantages, means it is slower than our integer operations. Okay, it means one disadvantages is means it is slower than a integer operations. So in Python, floating point number represents machine language double precision floating point number, that is 15 precision. The range of this number is limited by underlying machine architecture subject to available, means it depends on the virtual memory. What are the range of this? So here it is given. So children, at last it is given that Python does not support single precision floating point numbers. The saving in processor and memory uses that are equally the reason for using this draft by the overhead of using object in Python. So it used means depends upon the memory location there, and so there Python is no reason to complicate the language with two kinds of floating point numbers. So here see the advantages and disadvantages about this. Then come to the checkpoint 4.1. What are the built-in core data types of Python? We have discussed in at the introduction part that in this chapter. Then what do you mean by numeric types? You are knowing how many numeric data types are there. Then what will be the data types of following two variables? See here and then see the variable value and give the data type. Then what are Boolean numbers? Why are considered as a type of integer in Python? So why we had this question's answer I want. Why are they considered as, why the Boolean considered as a type of integer in Python? So children, next class we discuss about the complex number. So up to here, go through it, and if you're having any doubt, then ask. Thank you.